Hello to all my knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr.RoyalNieves, coming back at you with another phenomenal video. So my topic today is going to be about proper hygiene. And I understand this might be a sensitive topic for a lot of people, or maybe you wasn't taught about proper hygiene. But you have to understand that you have to take care of yourself in order to maintain yourself, in order to give you that presentation of prestige or of attractiveness or of just receiving better in your life. Sometimes the way we carry ourselves is a reflection how we really feel about yourself. Just like when you see people who always carry themselves, very like, long nails, like dirt buildup, hair looking crazy, teeth looking crazy, all these different things, not to attack nobody, don't get me wrong. But sometimes when you don't take care of these things, it's a reflection of how you really feel about yourself. Because when you feel low and down by yourself, then you tend not to really care how you appear. You know what I'm saying? But when you do and you self-respect yourself and you love yourself, then you be like, when you be like, kind of like doing less than what you're supposed to, you're like, oh, that's not even who I am. So you got to take care of yourself. And that's what I mean by proper hygiene. Like making sure you're brushing your teeth twice a day, making sure you're flossing, making sure that you have iron clothes, making sure that you are dressed properly, making sure that your pants are not sagging, you're not showing imprints, you're not doing none of that, making sure you really represent yourself the way you want to, because you are a representation of yourself. So how you carry yourself is the impression you're giving other people, and you don't ever want to mislead or give the wrong impression to anybody, because you never know what kind of relationship you might have with that person, what kind of contacting you might have. You know what I'm saying? And first impressions do last. They do make a big difference of how you represent yourself. Because if you're trying to do business with someone, but they keep showing up looking crazy, acting crazy, you're like, do I really want to be in business with this person? You know what I'm saying? But that's only after you have kind of like the know-how how to address these things with people. You know what I'm saying? It's not to judge them, but to because you care for them. You don't want nobody making fun of them or judging them or missing out on a potential love partner, because nobody wants someone who's sloppy or dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's just what that is. Especially when you're an adult, when you're older. I just feel like there's a lot of dudes and a lot of females that really carry themselves like, eye crust, crazy makeup. You know what I mean? I mean like makeup that it's been sitting there for days, that's so dry out and stuff like that. That's what I mean. Or bad breath, or you have food in your teeth, or your clothes is always wrinkly, or they look dirty, or stuff like that. And I'm not saying for people who actually are struggling and they can't afford these things. I'm saying people who could afford these things and really don't choose to take care of themselves in a more prestige way. Because when you take care of yourself, you feel a lot better about yourself. You feel a lot happier, a lot more excited. You feel more energized. You become more productive when you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Building your internal self or your self-image up to be like, I am on point with everything. You get what I'm saying? Making sure you shave your beard, you trim, you line it up, make sure you get your hair cut, you're not looking crazy, you're not smelling funny, making sure you're wiping correctly, you're cleaning yourself correctly when you're in the shower, really getting in there and making sure you are clean, trimming your toenails, your fingernails, all these things. You know what I'm saying? Ironing clothes, wearing a little bit of cologne, a little bit of perfume. Not like some people that kind of drench themselves and it's kind of like burning your eyes when you're around them, like you're exaggerating. Because sometimes when you over obsess with cologne, it's like they're gonna be like, oh, he probably thinks he stinks. That's why he always you know what I'm saying? And if you are around friends, like if you are a real person, a real friend, and you have friends and family members that you are around, and then you see them carrying themselves, this could be a red flag that they probably not feeling good about themselves, or they're going through something that they're slacking in carrying themselves. You know what I'm saying? So be very mindful when you do see this, because sometimes it could be an even greater warning of what's happening within themselves. You know what I'm saying? So same thing about working out, keeping yourself toned and fit, and not only that because to impress people, but to keep yourself healthy and strong. You know what I'm saying? Like really taking care of yourself long term, not just now, but long term. Having a healthy organs, mind, body, soul, and spirit. So it starts now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about proper hygiene. Like making sure that you are doing these things and you are teaching your children as well, or other people. You know what I'm saying? But from a loving place, not from a judgmental place. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm judging nobody. It's just to better help you. You know what I'm saying? Better help you prepare, because if you want to start a business, you want to have a real long, healthy relationship, you have to do these things. You have to take care of yourself, because you don't want to show up to a potential anything and then you're turning them off like that. Like they can't even hear what you're saying because they're too distracted with what's going on physically. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. So making sure you're taking care of yourself, not overdoing it, but making sure you're doing your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can spend $500 on a PlayStation, then you could definitely spend a couple $20-$30 to make sure you're buying floss, toothpaste, a toothbrush, an iron to iron your clothes, you know, some new socks, some fresh underwear. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you know, some baby wipes, some toiletries, you know what I'm saying? Some mouthwash. You know, it's just like, it's priorities, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because why spend $60 on a game or $60 on a perfume or on some shoes when you have other things that are calling your attention now? You get what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. So make sure you are doing your thing so you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. You know what I'm saying? It just makes you feel a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine you laying up with someone you feeling, but then it's like, oh snap, what is that about? You know what I'm saying? Burn your eyelashes and all that. And you're like, nah, absolutely not. That's what end up happening. Then you feel embarrassed and ashamed, and you're like, then you feel not real pretty, like within yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. No judgments, not judging nobody. I'm just to better help so you can elevate to the next level of who you truly are. But like I say in all my videos, I love you, God bless you, I thank you, comment, like, and subscribe, share. You already know the most important part, taking the world by storm. So I see you to my next one. Peace.